You're gonna go to your classes and come back home and just go lock yourself in your room. That could totally damage your first year experience as an international student. Did you know this is the second last video of the series of how to study in Canada? And if you don't know that by now, it means you haven't watched my last videos. That's not nice. But hey, you guys are doing a great job liking these videos and I hope you keep them coming. It means a lot. But anyway, subscribe to my channel if you want to keep seeing videos related to international students in Canada. Also, don't forget to like this video if you like what I have to share, and if you have any questions, you know where to start typing. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to the second video of the series, How to Study in Canada. In this video, I'll be sharing with you how to prepare to come to Canada as an international student. Very crucial step. So you've done it all, from step 1 to step 4. Now you're going to catch that flight. So you need to have a checklist to make sure you have everything right in place. But what's your checklist before you leave, right? The last thing you would want it to be is a messy ending. So in this video, I'll be talking about the following. Confirm residence and housing, course enrollment, again, important dates and deadlines, register for events and orientation, book your flights. Yeah, I do read from a script time to time. But yeah, this video is going to give you a good idea on what to double check before you catch that flight to Canada, making sure that everything goes smoothly. So let's get right into it. First off, confirm housing or residence. So you need to stay somewhere once you get here. And the term for that is residence. Make sure you live on campus. So what does that mean? It means you live in university residence. And I advocate that 2000%. Why? One of the biggest mistakes that majority of international students make is live off campus in their first year. Why is that a mistake? When you first arrive to Canada as an international student, you don't know that many people. You get here, you don't know anybody. So step 1 is to meet as many people as you can and make as many friends you can. Your goal should be to socialize with as many first-year students, and dorms happen to be just the right place for that. If you live off campus, here's a possible scenario that could happen to you. Let's say you live with 4 people who are in completely 4 different programs and people you might not even get along with. So this is how your day could potentially go. You're gonna go to your classes and come back home and just go lock yourself in your room. That could totally damage your first year experience as an international student. Here's the thing, in residence, you will be surrounded with a lot of first year students who are also looking to make friends. And before you know it, you will be meeting a lot of people and have a buzzing social calendar. You'll also be surrounded with people and programs that help you achieve academic excellence, like mentors, study programs, study buddies, and all sorts of programs. In residence, you're part of a community right from day 1. At first, you will meet lots of new people. You're going to be walking down hallways, you recognize faces, you're going to be going to classes, sitting with them in cafeterias and working together on group projects. Basically, you're in a new environment, learning new things and learning about the Canadian culture, which is so important. Here's one thing that I preach. Let's say you're coming from your home country to Canada. Don't try to just come to Canada and find people from within your home country and start hanging out with them. I know it's a rough start trying to make new friends, but the thing is, if you only hang out with people from your home country within Canada, you're never going to be exposed to the Canadian culture and learn nothing about it. So if you only hang out with the people from your home country, you will never learn anything about Canada. So from the outside, it starts looking like you just basically travel from your home country to your home country. So don't do that. And that's what's great about residence, is that your connections will expose you to all sorts of cultures and activities, and you keep learning by gaining different perspectives. And the best part about those connections is that out of all these people you meet, down the road you will realize that you can count on some of those people for support. That's honestly one of the best things about living in residence, and those friendships sometimes just last for a lifetime. So how do you apply for residence? Once you get accepted in a university or a college, they will send you an invite to secure a place or a room within the residence. So act promptly, look out for that email, and book that room in your residence. The thing is, you can still live off campus, but do it after your first year. So let's say you make all those friends in your first year in residence. Now you know exactly who you would like to live with in your second year. The thing is, some people justify living off campus by saying you will save $100. Now do a quick math. $100 times 12 is $1,200 a year. It's not really worth it if you look at it from a standpoint that you're not being able to meet as many people, you're not exposing yourself to all these opportunities and new ways of growth. It's really not worth it saving those $1,200. But here's the thing, let's say you live in residence first year. Now you know who you would exactly want to live with for your second year, and then you move off campus, and then you're literally a little happy family in one house. So take your first year, live on residence, integrate within the community, meet as many people, and learn about the Canadian culture. Okay, so now you have a place to stay. Next up, course enrollment. So I'll go over this briefly, as this may vary from institution to institution, but still is a very important step. Some universities or colleges will require you to enroll for your courses based on your course sequence. So you have to check with your institution if you have to manually enroll for your courses, but oftentimes the university or college already does it for you, so you don't really have to worry about it. but in case you have to do it manually, here's how it works. So there's a predetermined course sequence for your program for each semester. You have to take 4 to 5 courses within each semester, and that depends on the level of your study within that program. So for your first semester, you have to look up for 5 or 4 courses that you need to manually enroll for, and all you gotta do is go to your student portal and register for those courses. It's a pretty easy step, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And another important thing for international students specifically is that you always need to be enrolled in 4 to 5 courses a semester, and that makes you a full-time student. If you take any less than 4 to 5 courses a semester, it makes you a part-time student. Part-time studies are only allowed during your last semester of school. Another important thing to note is that international students always need to be enrolled full-time with universities or colleges, else your visa will get revoked if they track you. Next up, important dates and deadlines. This is something that most international students miss. Know when things need to get done. Get to know your important dates and deadlines. When do your classes start? When is your orientation day? When is your program orientation day? When is your welcome week? When is your move-in day? So all that stuff. So take note of all the dates related to your academic program, including the start and end date of every term, the deadlines for enrollment, your exam periods, your holidays, your deadlines for tuition fee payments, and all that stuff. Throughout your whole program, it will be your responsibility to make sure you submit your documents and assignments on time. Usually students transmit their partial tuition fees before coming to Canada, so you need to know when you have to clear the other half of the tuition fees. And if you don't clear your payments, you won't be able to register for the next semester. So take out a calendar, pin down all the important dates, and prepare in advance. Fourth point, register for events and your orientation. So there are 3 things you can expect in the first week of the first semester. Make sure to register for your International Student Orientation session and your program info sessions. In the International Student Orientation sessions, there are many events where you get to meet a lot of other international students as well as people from your own country while learning more about the campus and the city. And the program info sessions will teach you everything you need to know about your program. So let's say you are in business or you're in engineering, the program info sessions will be customized to tell you everything about those programs, like course load, expectations, requirements, career pathways, or any other opportunities that could be coming down the road. And it's also a great environment because you get to meet your professors or your dean. You'll also get to learn a lot more about Canada, which will kind of help you to ease your transition and address your expectations. At the events, you will get to hear from upper year students who will get all your questions answered. There will be lots of culture clubs and associations that will be there to help you out throughout your first few weeks of being on campus. Even before you come to Canada, try to follow the Facebook groups of your university or college, your residence groups, your study program groups, and any other groups that you find relatable. Keep up with the emails from your institutions because they will tell you where, when, and how to sign up for those. So save the dates of those events. Remember, integration within the community as soon as you get here is the key to your success as an international student. Fifth point, book your flights. Guess what happens if you don't book your flight? Yeah, exactly. Personally, I recommend booking your flight through a travel agent if it's your first time flying. That way you don't have to worry about the complications revolving around transit visas and all the other complications that could come in play. Travel agents take care of the whole process. All you gotta do is pay and board your flight. Also, let's say you're going to a university in Montreal. They'll have a welcome team sitting at the Montreal airport to receive you. Your institution will send you an email asking if you would like to register for the airport welcome service. They will give you directions to the main campus and help you move in and address any questions that you have to start your new student life. And with that being said, I'll just highlight the key things you need to remember. Okay. Live on campus, apply early for residence, enroll for your courses within the deadline period, make note of all the important dates and deadlines, make sure to book your flight. You already know what you have to do. Like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated with the next videos I upload. Come back next week to learn about all the important documents that you need to bring with you to Canada, what you need to pack, and what to expect on arrival. Subscribe if you're happy about the fact that I changed the setup. I also changed my sweater. And follow me on Instagram. I do some travel photography here and there if that's something you're into. And that's my exit. See you guys in the next video. Ciao.